Hola, saludos, buenas noches. Buenas noches, ¿cómo están? Gente, espero que estén bien. Les habla Ladino una vez más. Esta vez con la parte número 3 de Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Continuando donde lo dejé en la semana pasada. Bueno, el stream pasado. Mi nombre es Aladino. Y vamos a continuar por aquí, donde lo dejé. Ahora estamos en la planta, en el Bichel. Hablamos con un señor, con Peter Stillman, para que nos ayude o nos indique cómo desactivar las bombas. Ya él nos indicó cómo hacerlo. Usando el spray refrigerante.
Freeze!
Ahora explorar los soportes. Estuvimos primero en el A, después brincamos en el B, donde conocimos a Eric Pliskin y al vampiro. Después en el BC, en el puente es el BC, BC Connecting Bridge, conocimos a Fortune. Y donde los Navy Seals fueron masacrados o aniquilados. Y ahora en el soporte C conocimos a Peter Stillman, en analista o el experto de bombas. Y ahora estoy en el puente CD. Vamos a explorar un poco la zona. Por allá abajo se encuentran los soportes G, H y el I, allá abajo. Y el Shell 2. Pero ahora me interesa ir al soporte D.
Freeze!
Raiden, at your feet, there's a hatch for pipe or gauge maintenance. Face the hatch and push the action button to open it.
That's
There may
exactly
be
it.
something you can use, so check the inside thoroughly.
Nothing here.
Freeze! Huh?
Don't kill me. Nothing here.
I'm under attack. Stay alert.
Hear something?
Carry out an investigation immediately.
Unable to find a remote soldier. Nothing else to report. Huh? Huh?
What's that?
If you see an approximately waist-high railing, push the action button near it. You will be able to climb over the railing and hang down from the other side. This is referred to as hanging. Not only does it allow you to stay out of the enemy's sight, you will be able to reach locations that are otherwise inaccessible.
The sensor aid that I gave you is set so that the position of bombs will appear on the radar. Didn't I say that if you don't first initialize the radar, you won't get anywhere?
This is Raiden. Disposal of the C4 in strut D is complete. Explosives were planted on the maintenance hatch.
That's not like him.
Anything wrong?
Maybe. Pliskin's reported other locations too, and none of them are effective demolition points.
What do you mean?
It means that they wouldn't be the best places to choose if you wanted to destroy this place.
Are you saying they don't plan on blowing the shell up?
It certainly seems that way. So far we haven't seen anything but a waste of good explosives. Unless, of course, we're missing something.
A trap?
He couldn't have overlooked the fact that I would be called into this. There's something going on.
Nothing here.
Oh,
What's that?
freeze!
No! Please don't. Please don't.
Perfecto. Ya no hay más bombas en este soporte. El D.
Why are you late with your status report?
The connecting bridge to Shell 2 is on the other side of that door. It's inaccessible unless you have a level 3 card. For now, concentrate on neutralizing the C4s on Shell 1. We'll have to trust that man to take care of Shell 2.
What's going on? Respond.
Ryden, Stillman is a top-notch explosives technician. Follow his orders and disarm the explosives.
Okay, but exactly who is Peter Stillman?
Gotcha. I'll look him up. Hold on a moment.
Make doubly sure you stay out of the enemy sight. If the radar goes offline, the sensor is useless. The C4s will become invisible to you again. You will be able to move left and right while hanging. You can use the capability move undetected. Press the action button again to climb up from hanging.
Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that strut. Now, head for the other struts.
About this bomb, it's been placed in a somewhat strange location.
Agreed. It doesn't make sense. Not for him, anyway.
You sound like you've got everything figured out.
That's because I do. I know exactly how his mind works.
Vamos a llamar a Snake, a Princekin.
Right, another C4 down. There was one planted pretty high up on the ceiling. The coolant spray couldn't reach that far, so I had to get up on a stand to do it.
Asumo que eso tuvo que hacer en el soporte G.
Tell me a little more about Dead Cell.
Dead Cell was a shadow unit within the SEALs organization.
Right. They handled surprise raids on vital government facilities, didn't they?
Yes. They were originally put together to check the nation's military security system. The unit was the brainchild of ex-President George Sears.
That's exactly
Dead Cell
it.
was a secret unit positioned at the opposite end of anti-terrorist outfits such as Delta Force and SEALs.
Were they always a...
Group of madmen?
Yeah.
No. They got weird when Colonel Jackson, Fortune's husband, was sent to jail.
Sent to jail? For what?
Corruption. He misappropriated government funds.
Sounds like he deserved it.
That's what everybody else thought, except for the members of Dead Cell. They felt the Colonel was falsely accused. Fact is, they took the case to the powers that be, but they never managed to reopen the case.
Was there any truth to their claim?
Who knows? Whatever the situation is, Dead Cell's name was tainted.
And Colonel Jackson?
He was being held at Leavenworth.
Was? Meaning he's been released?
Well, in a manner of speaking, the Colonel's dead.
Oh.
Apparently, he lost the will to live and died in prison. The members of Dead Cell snapped with the loss of their leader. They underwent a radical change and became uncontrollable.
And that's why they undertook this terrorist operation.
Seems as good a reason as any.
Communications with Strut D have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Huh?
That pistol you have is a SOCOM. It's a .45 caliber offensive handgun designed for the American Special Ops Command.
That's
With
exactly
12
it.
rounds of 45 ACPs, it has outstanding stopping power. The SOCOM has a minimum service life, averaging over 6,000 rounds, and has a 5-round group capacity that extends within a 1.4-inch radius. It's a bit large, but the SOCOM is a gun you can trust. It also comes equipped with a laser aiming module. A suppressor can be attached to the SOCOM to silence gunshots. You should try to find one.
Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that strut. Now, head for the other struts.
Ryden, Stillman is a top-notch explosives technician. Follow his orders and disarm the explosives.
Colonel, I just saw this guy go running by wearing a cardboard box.
A cardboard box.
Who do you think he was? A Dead Cell?
The Dead Cells are a bunch of weirdos, that's for sure. But they don't wear cardboard boxes.
No doubt.
I'll look into it.
I'm counting on you. Colonel, Do you really think they'll blow up the big shell?
It's highly possible. We'll have to listen to their demands in full. They are pros. They won't hesitate to take the upper hand if they see an opening.
Do you plan on meeting their demands?
Absolutely not. You're the only person I can depend on. You must remove the explosives quickly. If the big shell explodes, massive quantities of chlorinated chemicals used in killing marine bacteria will go up in flames along with the crude oil. If that happens, expect a large amount of harmful chemical substances, including dioxins, to be released into the atmosphere. Dioxins are common nomenclature for polychlorinated dibenzodioxin and polychlorinated dibenzofuran. They are organic chloride compounds that are highly acute and toxic, and are powerful chemicals that can cause cancer, genetic disorders, and birth defects. On top of that, they do not decompose easily, nor dissolve in water, making it easy for them to accumulate within the bodies of living organisms. The environmental impact on the bay and coastal area ecosystem would be unfathomable. Environmental restoration would likely require several generations. That is why we cannot allow them to blow up the big shell. Raiden, you must disarm the C4.
Strange.
What was that sound?
Freeze! Freeze!
Muy bien. Ya desactivé la bomba del soporte D. Ahora voy al soporte E, que por cierto tiene un tejado. Y acá también están los soportes L y el K más al fondo, y el F por allá. Ahora vamos al soporte E.
Nothing here.
Freeze!
Don't kill me.
It's possible the terrorists will attempt to destroy the big shell in retaliation for the SEAL strike. Defuse the bombs before they make that move.
Right. The roof of that strut is accessible. Check there as well.
Stillman, tell me something about Fat Man.
Well, to start, he was born the son of a clockmaker, neglected by his parents and without friends. It seems that he spent a lot of time by himself in his father's workshop. Maybe that was the reason, I'm not sure, but apparently he has had a tremendous fascination with clock mechanics since he was a child. It was at the age of 10 that a guidebook that he found on the internet changed his life forever. That guidebook served as a basis of his eventually piecing together an atomic bomb. It was from there that he came to be known as Fat Man. And soon enough, there was no one associated with bombs that didn't know his name. In a sense, Fat Man was a hero. Although what he did was recognized only by those in the trade, I'm sure that it served to greatly stir the ego of the teenage boy at the center of it all. But he leaves his mark nowhere else. Apparently he was hated and shunned by everyone in school. So he went on to focus all his energy on explosives. He scorned the reality that surrounded him and instead chose to embrace a world that would easily grant him recognition. Well, to be sure, it never amounted to anything more than, say, occasionally bringing a gun into school. Eventually, Fat Man came to Indian Head, the exercise training facilities of the Naval School Explosive Ordnance Disposal, at which I was a lecturer.
Exactly.
He absorbed all kinds of knowledge, as if he hungered for bombs. Close to 20% of the students at Indian Head flunked out of what is truly a hellish curriculum. Despite this environment, he achieved extraordinarily high marks that were without precedent. After leaving Indian Head, he joined up with Nest, said to be the most accomplished bomb disposal unit. It was there that he apparently got into some trouble.
What exactly?
You got me. But Fat Man was definitely not cut out for group operations from the very start. Having been ousted from Nest, he was picked up by Dead Cell, which was already becoming notorious for being a motley crew of sorts. It seems that it was through surprise attack maneuvers later conducted by Dead Cell that Fat Man completely subdued his former companions from Nest. While being the most peculiar individual among my students, he was also the most talented. Be sure not to underestimate him. Are we clear?
Stillman, I heard you made quite a name for yourself in the bomb disposal field.
Nothing of the sort. It's only that you never hear people badmouth retirees.
Why did you retire?
I forgot. At any rate, rather than dwelling on past occurrences, shouldn't we focus on taking care of the pressing issue currently at hand?
True enough. I'll get back to work.
It's possible the
Colonel, do the terrorists have a Harrier?
Yes, an AV-8B Harrier II designed for the Marines. It is a V-STOL attack aircraft outfitted with a 25mm gun, air-to-air missiles, and anti-ground rockets. It's not something you want to try to take on in a SEAL helicopter.
Yeah, even more so if unprotected. Colonel, where did they get such a weapon?
I don't know.
Are they really just run-of-the-mill terrorists?
Relax, Raiden. Right now, just think about your mission at hand. Do you understand?
All right. Colonel, who are Dead Cell?
They are pretty much what that guy Pliskin described them as.
A special forces unit? The brainchild of the former president?
Chances are someday we'll find ourselves in a gunfight with them.
The thought leaves me uneasy.
You have experience combating Foxhound during VR training, right? You'll be fine. Don't be apprehensive.
Jack, don't run unnecessary risks, okay?
Yeah, I don't want to, but...
I know. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah. Could you check for any data on them for me?
Okay, I'll do it. Good luck.
It's possible that...
Raiden, don't get yourself worked up. It's safer to take out the enemy first, then look for the bomb. Don't even think about searching for the bomb while looking over your shoulder for the enemy. Knock them unconscious or take them out altogether first.
Make doubly sure you stay out of the enemy's sight.
Colonel, who exactly is that woman?
Her name is Fortune. She leads Dead Cell.
Hang on a moment. I'll look her up for you.
Raiden, Rosemary has some information to report.
I looked into Mr. Peter Stillman's file. Full name is Peter Stillman, known as Peg Leg Peter. He is a legendary bomb disposal technician. He is also a longtime instructor at the Naval School Explosive Ordnance Disposal and a consultant for the NYPD bomb squad. But 5 years ago, he lost his leg in an accident. And since then, he hung up his gloves to focus on being a lecturer. He was called back into service because, as he said, he is the only explosive specialist who can stop Fat Man. Although no longer an active consultant, he is still without a doubt the #1 guy when it comes to disarming explosives. He should be very helpful to you.
Why are you late with your status report? I've taken care of that annoying fly. What's the situation over there?
Puzzling. I saw a man dressed like a ninja just now.
Ninja?
It's the only way to describe it. A kind of cyborg ninja complete with a sword.
What?
Are you hiding something from me?
Olga, are you sure it wasn't an Arsenal Tengu?
Don't be a fool. Think I wouldn't know the difference? I've never seen field gear like that ever.
All right, we'll intensify patrols. Anything else?
Actually, one more thing. You'll find it hard to believe, though. I saw a man hiding under a cardboard box.
Where?
On the connecting bridge to Shell 2. So you believe me this time?
I've seen someone use that box trick before. We'll lay a trap on the Shell 2 connecting bridge.
Over and out, then.
Freeze! You must be one of Dead Cell.
Of course not. What a thing to say.
Drop your gun!
Not a chance.
I saw a female soldier. Russian. Must be Olga Gerlukovich. How do you know? Unlike you, I've been briefed. She's not a Dead Cell? No. She commands a Russian private army. They must be the ones patrolling the Big Shout. That's right. She's led the group ever since her old man, Colonel Gerlukovich, died. Watch yourself with her. She's a tough one.
Something?
Freeze!
No! Please don't. Ah!
Freeze! Huh?
Don't kill me.
are still bombs in that area that haven't been disposed of. Search carefully. You won't be able to see the bombs with a quick glance. Search carefully with the first-person view. Try to look under things. Look everywhere.
That's exactly it. Raiden here. The C4 reported on the roof of Strut E has been taken care of. Explosives were planted on the Harrier 2 stationed on the roof.
You're taking too much time. You should work a little faster.
There's no time, Raiden. I've got my hands full here, so it doesn't look like I can help you. It's in your hands.
Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that strut. Now, head for the other struts.
That's exactly it.
Raiden, I'm done with one more C4. This one was in a spot so narrow, I had to crawl in to get at it.
Eso creo que fue en el soporte L. Desde aquí se puede ver el pixel completo. Por allá están el soporte A, B, C, el D, más al fondo el F, el G, allá a la izquierda el H y el I, allá por el fondo el J, y por acá en la derecha los soportes K y L, y el Shell 2. Aquí se puede ver el tejado del soporte I. Y la valla del crudo del soporte L.
Freeze!
Looks like the enemy sentries have the defensive perimeters of each strut covered. You'll be safe as long as they don't radio for more men, but if you're spotted, run for it. Find a good concealment and wait until the backup leaves. You won't be able to defuse the bombs while you're being chased down, believe me.
Make doubly sure. I see a lot of birds over there. The tanker accident 2 years ago released crude oil containing massive quantities of endocrine disruptors. The fish that absorbed them were then eaten by seagulls, which further concentrated the endocrine disruptors in their bodies. What sort of outcome this will lead to is still currently under review and is yet unclear. It just goes to show that finishing the cleanup of ocean oil spills does not mean that environmental restoration efforts end there as well.
Colonel, what do you know about that female soldier, Olga?
Olga Gurlukovich. Just like that guy said, she commands a Russian private army.
Do you know anything else?
Anything else?
Yeah, anything else?
Why are you concerned about her anyway?
You know.
Jack?
No, it's not like that.
I'm joking. I'll look into her for you. Good luck.
Raiden, don't get yourself worked. Raiden, don't ever turn your back on that Olga woman. Olga Gurlukovich, daughter of Colonel Sergei Gurlukovich, ex-GRU and former Spetsnaz commander. She's the leader of Colonel Gurlukovich's private army that's been wandering around the Big Shell. Those men were gathered by Colonel Gurlukovich. Following his death, she inherited his command and now exercises full control. Her father's name was widely respected throughout the old Soviet regime, and he was the goal of just about every military man.
Why would a respected soldier become a leader of those cutthroats?
The collapse of the Republic resulted in a lot of unemployed soldiers. Most found themselves suddenly cast out into the civilian world, hopelessly lost. The colonel took these men in. He organized a mercenary army and led his men from battle to battle in various disputed regions around the world, hoping that one day he would rebuild his homeland. Rumor has it that during the Shadow Moses incident, he planned a rendezvous with Liquid Snake's men and assist in their uprising. I assume that the revolt figured into his reconstruction plans for the Soviet regime. I also heard that Ocelot, Liquid's right-hand man, was an old friend of the Colonel's back in the old days of the Soviet Union. In any case, Olga inherited her father's military genius and has become a force to be reckoned with. She was born and raised on the battlefield, and she's as tough as she looks. Not my ideal choice for a date.
You sound like you've met her.
No, I haven't had the pleasure. Just remember what I said. Don't turn your back on her.
Well done. It looks like...
Stillman, are you all right over there?
Yeah, no problem.
You must be bored.
Hardly. Between dealing with you guys and calibrating this, I've got my hands full.
What did you say?
Nothing. Look, it's just that it would be best if we didn't have to use this. Anyway, get to those bombs. By the way, Raiden, did you happen to see the technician that came down along with me?
No, I didn't.
I see.
Wait, Stillman. Is that guy really...
Raiden.
What?
Disposing of the C4 is our first priority. There's no time. Get back to the task at hand.
Right. Gotcha.
Make doubly sure... I don't see a lot of adequate cover in... Make doubly... Raiden. Rosemary researched Fortune for you.
Jack, here's the data I found on Fortune. She goes by Fortune. She leads Dead Cell. Her real name is Helena Dolph Jackson. 2 years ago, her father, Commandant of the Marine Corps, Scott Dolph, was killed in a training accident. Her husband was the former Dead Cell leader, Colonel Jackson. Died in captivity, my data says. After her husband's death, she joined the military. She didn't have any combat experience, but was soon singled out for a particular trait and was reassigned to Dead Cell.
What trait?
Luck. She was real lucky, like miraculously lucky. Wherever she went, bullets curved away, and missions always ended in success.
Is that some kind of joke?
I thought so too, but there is not a single record of her ever being wounded, not even a scratch. Jack, be careful, please.
Raiden. Rosemary did a bit of research on that female soldier.
Olga Gurlukovich. She's the daughter of former GRU Colonel Sergei Gurlukovich. After the Federation collapsed, the colonel apparently commanded a group of mercenaries that drifted between area conflicts and civil wars. After he died, it looks like she took over control of the group. She has more notches on her gun than you do. Underestimating her prowess will get you hurt. Be careful.
Tell me what you know about Fat Man.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'll look him up.
Ryden, Stillman is a top... Ryden, Rosemary has something to report.
Jack, I looked into that guy a few minutes ago wearing a cardboard box, but...
Did you find anything?
No, there's no corresponding data in the files for neither Dead Cell nor Colonel Gorlukovich's private army.
How about as a surviving member of SEAL Team 10?
Of course I looked into that possibility too, but...
You didn't find anything?
No. I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Wonder who the heck he was.
Ryden, be on the lookout. Ryden, I trust that you don't actually believe what that guy Pliskin told you, right?
I believe him. There's something about him, like an iron will. Enough to trust.
Ryden. He's not included in the simulation. Don't trust him, ever. You got it?
Roger that.
Ryden, how is Pliskin doing?
Looks like he's doing fine.
Stillman said it too. There's something strange about that guy. Don't let your guard down.
All
Understood?
Right. Colonel, do you think the terrorist ringleader is really Solid Snake?
Yes, I do.
But during the Shadow Moses incident, Snake was
a hero?
Yeah.
Certainly. You went through VR training, but it is not as if the simulation is faithful to every fact. It changes people.
You too, Colonel?
Ryden, focus on the task at hand. Solid Snake is the terrorist kingpin. He is an opponent you can't underestimate. Understood? It's possible. That tanker accident that happened over there 2 years ago, the tanker sank and...
I know. I went through it in VR training. The tanker didn't sink because of Snake, though.
Ryden, VR training does not exactly simulate everything with absolute fidelity.
What do you mean?
Okay, listen. Here are the facts. Known terrorist Solid Snake sank that tanker loaded with crude oil, the end result being severe environmental pollution in Manhattan Bay. Put any misperceptions of Snake as some kind of hero behind you. He is a terrorist, and that's that.
Jack, I did a search on the Big Shell. The tanker accident 2 years ago spilled a catastrophic amount of crude oil into the bay. The Big Shell is an offshore decontamination facility built to restore the Manhattan Bay environment by trapping and disposing the spilt oil. Around the perimeter of the Big Shell, oil fences were erected in order to protect against any further dispersal of the oil. You see those steeples erected here and there in the fence? Those are piles to draw up the polluted seawater. Gathered seawater is carried to the pump room in Strut A first, and all of the larger garbage is collected in sediment pool number 1 of Strut D. This is followed by a 2-step purification process in the Shell 2 core water reserve, in which oil is removed by microbes. Then it is sent to Strut L and sterilized, and finally once again carried to the surface piles and flushed back into the bay.
Did the military database include information on the marine filtration facility structure as well?
No, I didn't use the database.
Huh?
I used a brochure. The Strut E roof functions as a heliport, while inside it serves as an aerial transport hub for materials to each of the other struts. Inside Strut E is an automated system to sort materials. It recognizes cardboard boxes and separates them appropriately. By automatically delivering packages to each strut, efforts have been made to streamline manpower.
You're currently using artificial blood primed with nanomachines.
What did you do with my own blood?
It's being kept in cold storage. It will be circulated back into your body when you return. If the life gauge drops to the red zone, you won't be able to stop the bleeding by yourself. Bloodstains can give your presence away to the enemy. Be careful. To stop the flow, select a bandage from among your items. You can also go into a crouch or crawl and stay completely still for a while. All you have to do is stop moving for a duration of time, and your nanomachines will arrange for platelets to be produced in large numbers. The bleeding will stop as a result.
No doubt.
Be careful. There are claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth equipped claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
All right. Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No. And whoever it wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too. But the possibility of it being true is none.
What?
Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Right.
Muy bien. Obtuve las minas sin que me golpeara ninguno ni me hiciera daño. Ahora vamos al soporte F.
Nothing here. I got him. Send reinforcements.
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Freeze!
Who's there?
Enemy in the area. Increase security level.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
I got him. Send reinforcements.
Understood. Backup unit into Strut F. P1. Secure warehouse H.
Move!
Clear.
¡Qué madre! Me descubrieron.
Clear. Clear.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security. What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately. Guard team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
We have a man down. Increase to maximum security.
Send a replacement guard for the area.
Why are you late with your status report? Understood. What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Enemy personnel on board. All units maximum alert.
Send a replacement guard for the area.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Enemy personnel on board. All units maximum alert.
Send a replacement guard for the area.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Freeze!
Huh? Don't kill me.
Hey!
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
It's the no!
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
There are still bombs in that area that haven't been disposed of. Search carefully. Strut F has a solid makeup, with areas that can't be accessed simply by walking. If you jump off from the top, there should be an area that you can access.
Raiden, don't get your... Vamp is a member of Dead Cell. Born in Romania, his specialty is knives. But I guess you know that by now. When he was just a kid, he lost his family to a terrorist bomb that went off in a church they were attending. His body pierced by a crucifix, Vamp was buried under the rubble for 2 days before he was finally rescued. During those 2 days, he survived by feeding on the blood of his family to quench his thirst. That was how he acquired a taste for blood.
So that's why they call him Vamp.
No, Vamp isn't for vampire, it's because he's bisexual. Rumor has it, Vamp was the lover of Scott Dolph, the Marine Commandant who accidentally died 2 years ago. Scott Dolph was also the father of Fortune, the Dead Cell leader.
Fortune's old man? But Fortune and Vamp?
You noticed, eh? Not bad for a rookie.
Alright.
As you say, Vamp and Fortune are very close. Not lovers, but very close.
Friends?
No, there's more to their relationship than that.
Algo
Vamp
más.
was her father's lover.
Would it have been better if it was with her mother?
Well,
I don't really think they care what you think. Focus on the mission.
by the
Yes.
way, have you ever met the guy before?
No.
But he seemed to know you.
Right. Well, No, it can't be.
What?
Nothing. I told you the Dead Cell is a group of madmen. I wouldn't take anything they say very seriously.
Son grupo de locos, eso sí.
This is Raiden. I just finished disposing of the C4 in Strut F. Found explosives on B1.
This is all wrong. This is something only an amateur would do.
What do you mean?
All the bombs that have been found so far don't appear to be in the right kind of locations. And the quantity of explosives isn't sufficient either.
Even Fat Man can make mistakes, right?
No, there's something else going on here. Get a move on with the disposal, Raiden. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think it's a trap?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell Pliskin to watch his back too. Just hurry.
He got one again. Find him now.
Send a replacement car for the area.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Freeze!
No! If you're going to shoot, then shoot me. Please don't. Please don't.
Well done.
One more bomb defused. There was one I managed to find only because I took a good look in first-person view. You should try it too.
Make doubly sure.
Colonel, do you know anything about Mr. X?
He is not a member of the Foxhound unit.
He called himself Deep Throat, almost like he was the Shadow Moses.
Raiden, I know what you're trying to say, but that possibility is nil.
Jack, I'll look into it for you. Hold on a moment.
Rosemary has completed her data search.
I looked up information on Fat Man. Fat Man, the emperor of explosives. You've already heard how he manufactured an atomic bomb at the age of 10. He appears to have been known throughout the world of explosives since he was a child.
Get real.
He entered the Naval School Explosive Ordnance Disposal at Indian Head and graduated at the top of his class. That's around the time that he met Stillman. He was assigned to the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. He quit soon after, though. After that, he joined Dead Cell as an explosive specialist. He's been there ever since.
It's possible that...
Ya conocemos la historia de Bump, Fortune, Fatman y hasta de Peter Stillman y hasta de Olga.
Strut F is the storage center. I think a variety of materials for maintenance of the big shell are stored there. There might be something that would come in handy. Why don't you look around?
Soporte F.
Freeze!
Are you going to shoot me?
Bien, el soporte, el D, sirve como descontaminación del agua, creo. El soporte E sirve de tanto de tejado como para mover mercancía. El soporte F es como un almacén.
There's somebody there.
Freeze!
It's possible that... Make doubly sure... It's possible...
Strut A is a pump facility that supplies the energy to circulate the polluted water drawn from the sea throughout each of the big shell sections. The south side is the actual pump facility itself, while the north side is the control room.
El soporte A sirve como sala de bombeo en la parte sur y en la parte norte sirve como sala de control.
Don't kill me.
Ah, qué idiotas.
There are still bombs in that area that haven't been disposed of. Search carefully. No one's going to leave a bomb in a place that easy to reach. It would be more worthwhile to search convoluted areas that can't be reached simply by walking.
This is right. The C4 found in Strut A has been frozen and disposed of. Explosives were planted in the pump room on the first floor.
Looks like you like to fight. Still, it would be wiser to proceed more stealthily. Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that strut. Now, head for the other struts.
Everything's going smoothly over here. I just finished defusing another C4. For some reason, there was one planted on an enemy soldier's back.
Muy bien. Ya pasamos el soporte A. Faltan el B y el C.
Do you remember the day we met?
I'm kind of busy right now, Rose.
You're right. Sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There were all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building, and then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler Building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Take care.
Bonito flashback.
There's somebody there.
Who's that?
Ow!
Freeze!
Are you going to shoot me?
Help!
Freeze!
What are you? Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Freeze!
Me gusta tirarlos, que caigan al agua. Es como una manía que tengo.
Enemy sight. Requesting backup.
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut B have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
It's him. Hello.
Freeze!
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut B have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Who's there? Enemy sight. Requesting backup unit.
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut B have ceased.
There are still bombs in that area that haven't been disposed of. Search carefully. That man takes pride in bluffing his opponents. Try putting everything back to how it should be.
No doubt.
Raiden, don't...
Raiden reporting. The C4 in Strut B has been disposed of.
Soporte, ¿ves?
The wall
Como
containing the transformer panel was set to blow.
es como la estación eléctrica.
Only one more left to go.
This is Pliskin. Do you read me, Pete?
I'm here.
Muy bien.
Raiden, you need to hear this too.
I'm listening.
I checked out the bottom of Strut H for you, Pete.
Wait, what's this about?
I asked Pliskin to look around. Knowing Fat Man, I can't shake the feeling that all the bombs so far were just wrong.
So did you find anything?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of C4s packed into the bottom of the strut. Pete called it right.
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
All the other ones were dummies?
No, they're a threat, all right. But the detonation wouldn't be enough to destroy the entire shell. But the C4s Pliskin found would inflict serious structural damage.
Sabía que algo andaba mal.
Either. These are sensor-proof.
Se veía venir.
I guess. The ionization sensor can't detect them. The whole thing is sealed tight to prevent vapor leak, and there's no trace of that cologne signature.
No doubt.
Pete, looks like he fooled you.
Yes.
Exactly. But you managed to find the thing anyway.
It was sheer luck.
Exactly. Bombs that are invisible to the sensor?
Any ideas, Pete?
Are there more out there?
I will see for myself.
No doubt.
You can't move fast enough.
He's right. I can try the spray from a distance.
Hold on. There's something not right about this one. I can feel it.
Well, Pete, should I come back and get you?
Exactly
No,
it.
there's no need. Raiden, you have one left to go,
Exactly
correct?
it.
Right, except for those scentless ones.
How about you, Pliskin?
I have 2 left, not counting this one.
Okay. It'll have to be me. I have the level 4 card that'll get me into Shell 2 in any case.
You'll never make it. With that bad leg of yours, they'll spot you for sure.
That won't happen. I can walk just fine. I can even run.
What do you mean?
That bomb 5 years ago, I messed up. Even with all my experience, I lost it. And the church was lost in the explosion. All those kids playing nearby, too. These past 5 years, I've lived a lie.
Lied?
Yes, lied. I didn't lose my leg in the explosion. So many dead. All because of my mistake. All I could think about was hiding from the crime, shielding myself from the public outcry. I wanted people to be sorry for me, for my weakness. I faked being a victim myself because I couldn't bear to face the families of the real victims. This is no prosthetic. I can keep my footing on catwalks and hike over deserts. I lived my lie so well, I haven't even answered to myself for my sins. It was supposed to be a shield, and it's become a shroud instead. I've killed my soul by playing the victim. Instead of protecting me, it's made my life even more hellish.
What good can that do the victims?
I know. I'm a coward.
Hey, Pete.
God forgive me. I can walk with my own 2 feet, and I need them to stop Fat Man. His crimes are also mine. One of omission and arrogance. No one should teach the skills I taught him without a clear conscience. This is the only way I can diffuse my own sins.
I get you, Pete. That one's all yours. You got it, Raiden?
I understand.
Pete, I've taken care of guards in struts G and H of Shell 2. I wouldn't recommend you go into any of the other struts.
I owe you one.
I'll get back to freezing the baby bombs then.
You do that too, right?
I'm on it.
I'll have the radio with me if you need to get in touch. Just don't ask for Peg Leg Peter. He's gone for good.
All right.
Carry out an investigation immediately.
Freeze!
Don't kill me. Enemy sight.
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut B have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Raiden, there is no doubt that C4 is planted in that vicinity. Up, down, left, right, be sure to thoroughly examine your surroundings through the first-person view as you change location. Raiden, there's still C4 in the strut where you are.
Where?
All right, let me give you a hint.
That's
Look
exactly
for a
it.
place that guys have never entered up to this point. A special place that guys have wanted to enter but simply couldn't. A place that you couldn't enter if the situation wasn't as such. Oh, looks like you were in there already.
Did you see
My.
Raiden, where are you? What are you embarrassed about? You're on a mission. Anything goes.
Pliskin.
I've snuck into similar places in the past myself.
Huh?
Raiden, leave the odorless C4 on strut H to Stillman. Your job is to dispose of the C4s left on Shell 1. Locate every last one.
Strut C is the residential area. It supports life at sea for all of the workers on the big shell. That being said, almost all systems are completely automated, so there aren't many workers to be found.
The punch is the bait.
I have the last C4 frozen. There's nothing showing up on the sensor now.
Good work, Raiden.
You're way ahead of me, kid. I still have one to go.
How's your bomb, Peter?
It's a bomb, all right. Sealed C4, and in huge quantities.
You think there's another one in Shell 1?
For sure. Somewhere at the bottom of Strut A.
Why are you so certain?
If this bottom section of the strut is demolished, Shell 2 will be well on its way to destruction.
You mean that Shell 2 will actually sink?
Not immediately. There'll still be 5 struts left. But if Shell 1 loses a strut at the same time, it'll be a very different story. The big shell's structural integrity depends on a very exact balance. If both shells lose a strut each, the whole structure will tear itself apart under its own weight.
What do we do?
I have a sensor that can locate even those scentless C4s. It makes combined use of a neutron scintillator and a hydrogen bomb detector. It's the thing you acquired from the safe in Strut C a little while back.
Does it work?
I just tested it, and it definitely responds. But the best I can do is a sound beacon, not the radar.
Sound?
The shorter the interval between beacons, the closer the target.
Whatever. I get you.
It's all yours, right?
Exactly.
I'm going to study it some more and see if the freezing process will work.
Exactly.
Don't touch the other one until I say so.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'll stand by until you radio in. How's your invisible bomb?
I'm looking at it, but I'm keeping my distance. How's Pliskin doing?
A few more minutes. I just got to the last strut, but there are a few enemy sentries I have to take care of.
Does it look bad, Peter?
Maybe. It's an odd one. The detonator hasn't been activated.
What?
But the sensors are live, which means...
This is Pliskin. I've located the last C4.
Is that it?
I'm about to freeze it. Then...
Wait! Pliskin! Damn! That was it!
What's going on?
The detonator just woke up. It's counting down!
What happened?
The big ones were rigged to be activated when all the baby C4s went offline.
No doubt.
Right. The one in Shell 1 should be counting down too. Hurry!
What's the remaining time?
400 seconds.
400 seconds?
Right. Move! Get to the bottom of Strut A now!
There's somebody there. Who's there?
Right, and get a move on. Use the elevator on the roof to get down to the bottom of strut A. Move in close to...
Freeze!
Are you going to shoot me?
The countdown has been initiated. Listen up. Time is absolutely critical. Hurry to the bottom of strut A by the shortest possible route.
Should I apply coolant to the bomb in the same way as before?
Wait, I'm still not sure yet. I'll try testing it out here first. For now, get yourself to the bottom of strut A ASAP.
Raiden, the odorless C4 should be at the bottom of strut A. Head to strut A's bottom level now.
Right. Pliskin, listen carefully.
That's exactly
What is it?
I fell for it.
Fell for what?
That man has my number. A proximity trigger. Microwave.
No doubt. Microwave?
With a 7-foot range. It's not a technique I taught him. Neither was that multi-bomb booby trap. Looks like he's far surpassed me as far as explosives technique goes.
That's exactly it.
As for the rest,
Pete, get the hell out of there.
there's less than 30 seconds left. It's too late.
No!
Pliskin, get away from strut H as fast as you can.
Pete!
Right. Keep your distance.
No doubt.
Use the spray from as far away as possible.
Me?
You can do it. I know that.
All right. I'm not so sure.
But I am. Do it. I know you can.
Este ya está muerto. Sí, respuesta. Bueno, ya está muerto este.
Colonel, Stillman is dead.
I know. Pull yourself together, Raiden.
I can't do this alone.
Jack, are you listening? All right, calm down.
Stillman is dead. There are no more explosive specialists.
You're fine. I won't let you die.
Rose.
All right then. Is Sensor B equipped?
Yes.
See if it responds or not. Jack, no matter what, you have to bring an end to this crisis.
Okay. Colonel, I've neutralized the bomb.
Good work, Raiden.
It was a great loss for everyone.
Yes, it was.
Colonel, any damage report on the explosion?
Seems that the duct for diverting the contaminated seawater was destroyed, and the central section of Shell 2 is flooding. The explosions ignited the oil slick on the surface.
What about the toxins?
The chemicals stayed in containment. There's no immediate danger.
Is the big shell stable?
Shell 1 was unaffected. The price was high, but the threat of the bomb is over for now.
What's the next objective?
Rescue the president. Get back to the upper level.
Roger that.
Raiden, the terrorists have retaliated for our bomb neutralization.
What?
A hostage has been killed. Shot in the head.
All right.
They shot one of them on the roof, just to make sure we caught it. One of our satellites caught it clear as day.
Damn.
They announced they would kill one every hour from now on.
What are my orders? What should I do?
Stay with your mission objective. Rescue the president.
What about the other hostages?
President Johnson is your first priority.
No doubt. Priority my butt. They're all in danger.
Jack, be reasonable. I know what you're feeling, but you can't save them all.
Get real. No, not by myself.
Are you expecting that Pliskin to come through?
Well,
looks like he's turned his radio off too.
I can't complete this mission by myself.
That man was not included in the simulation. He is not a factor in this mission.
What do you mean by that, Colonel?
Your mission must remain a solo effort.
What about the SEALs? No second attempt?
They haven't even gotten to planning that. All we can do is wait. In the meantime, you're our only hope.
I understand.
Raiden, go and rescue the president. You can start off by getting to the upper level of Strut A.
Ya hay un soporte que fue destruido.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you were alive after all. I knew this moment would come. Show yourself and finish me. Like you finished off my father. Otherwise, you'll be the one to die.
Oh, crap.
That's not him. This could be interesting. You've seen the fires of hell, haven't you? Maybe you can give me death. My name is Fortune, lucky in war and nothing else. And without a death to call my own. Hurry, kill me, please.
Fortune's railgun packs some power. A direct hit will kill you. Do not present her with a target under any condition. Stay behind cover. Dryden, the Fat Man just contacted us directly.
Fat Man called us?
Yes. Looks like he placed a bomb on the heliport. He specifically asked for you, Dryden.
What?
He's killed off Peter. Now he's after you.
Why me?
How should I know?
Look, this is really not a good time for this.
The countdown's already begun, Dryden.
Great. How much time do I have left?
I'll show you the count. 400 seconds remaining.
So he's planning on taking this place out.
It looks like he has a different agenda from that of Dead Cell.
What about backup?
None. There's no time.
Which type of explosives is it?
He didn't say.
Exactly.
I'll take over, Queen.
What is it?
It seems our friend Fat Man is out of control.
He'll actually try to destroy this place?
Yes, this could unravel everything we've planned.
But why would he do such a thing?
Who knows? But he's nothing more than a stereotypical mad bomber now. He's completely lost sight of our ideals. And with it, his loyalty to Commander Jackson.
All right. I'll take care of the wayward soul. It wasn't him.
Unfortunate.
I expected more of this one. Real.
But he couldn't kill you, I see.
Completely useless.
Then he's all mine.
Later. Then.
Now!
Y le disparó el bump.
Are you gone? No. No. That death was meant for me. Why am I the only one that can't die?
Todos mueren menos ella.
Alone again?
Pobre.
Out of death again?
Pobre Fortune.
How long will you force me to live?
Todos siguen viviendo menos.
How much longer, Dad?
Perdón, todos siguen muriendo menos ella.
You
Su
punish
padre,
me enough.
su padre, su madre, su marido, todos, excepto ella. Todos mueren menos ella. Ella quiere irse de este mundo.
I thought you could give me peace. But you couldn't kill me either.
There's no need for sorrow, Queen. I died once already.
Them.
I can't die twice.
Right. There should be a C4 planted somewhere on the heliport. Locate it ASAP. If it detonates, we're finished.
So you're the one. You're right on time, I see. I like a punctual man.
Is he dead, Sal?
I am Fat Man. I am the greatest that humanity has to offer. And can you hear it? Hear this rhythm? It's the rhythm of time. And life. Don't you love this sound? I used to hang around department store clock counters. Life is short. Bombs tell the time with every moment of their existence, and nothing else announces its own end with such a fanfare. Glad you could make it. The party's about to start. Yum. Good year. Let's drink the Stillman, shall we?
If you destroy the big shell, you'll never collect your ransom.
Ransom? What are you talking about?
$30 billion in cash.
So that's what's going on, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you'll know soon enough. And I could care less what they plan to do. My ambitions are much more simple. To be the most famous bomber of them all.
You're nuts! No one's gonna give a damn about you.
Oh, yes, they will. I'll go down in history as the man who beat Peter Stillman. That's the only reason I assisted them.
Like hell you beat Stillman. He had your number.
What did you say?
You have nothing of his courage. Or... What are you laughing at?
That croc died a dishonorable death 6 months ago.
6 months ago. The liquidation of Dead Cell.
Call it what you want. Only the right stuff survived that hell. Set me free, you know. Open the way to a new dimension. So that I can become the emperor among detonation devotees.
You're nothing but a common criminal, and that's the only way people will ever remember you.
How dare you! I'm an artist! That is why I dislike boorish military types. It's time to start the party. This is how it works. I plant a bomb, and it'll explode soon after that. If you prefer to stay in one piece, you'll have to disable my bombs. Laugh and grow fat. Let's move!
Se viene pelea con Fatman.
Right. Fat Man may be dead, but don't relax just yet. There are still bombs set by him remaining. Dispose of all the bombs.
Uy, por poco. Por poco. Pero el primer game over. Por poco.
My suit. Oh no. I've nothing to wear to the party.
The party's over for you.
That's what you think.
What do you mean? What did you just do? What is this?
I have beautiful hands. These delicate hands can craft works of art.
Answer me, what the hell is this?
It's the switch for the biggest bomb in the entire place.
Huh?
No use. Once it's activated, there's no stopping the count.
Where did you plant it? Where is it?
Somewhere in this area. Don't worry, it's very close by.
Where is it?
Go ahead, shoot me, I'm already dead.
Damn!
Think you can find it? When it goes off, it'll take the big shell with it.
Tell me where I can find the bomb!
That's your problem.
Se lo está poniendo difícil.
This is the highlight of the party. Bring it on, I say. They'll be happy too.
Murió el gordo.
I die here and start my legend. Too bad you won't be around to see the movies. Laugh and grow fat.
Ríe y engorda.
Colonel, where's that bomb?
We have no information on that. Sweep the area.
Hurry, Jack.
The bomb has to be somewhere on the heliport. Use whatever means necessary to locate it. Good work, Raiden. Looks like all the bombs are neutralized. One of their main leverages is now gone. That leaves...
Colonel, Fat Man didn't seem to know about the ransom demands.
Intentionally kept in the dark, I'd say. He seemed to be coming from a very different place from the other terrorists. Raiden, a lot of hostages, our president included, are still in danger. Keep your mind focused on protecting them.
What are my orders?
Rescue the president.
We have no idea where he is.
You haven't been in the Central Core yet. I suggest you start there.
Wait, I have another call. Want me to take it?
No, I'll go offline. Best to keep our presence unknown.
How you doing, kid?
Pliskin, is everything all right?
Could be better. Looks like I was out cold for a while.
How did you manage to stay alive?
Had a little help from a friend.
Friend?
What about the bomb?
Diffused. And Fat Man, too.
That's good news.
How's Shell, too?
It's a mess. The bomb crippled H-Strut.
What about the toxins?
The what?
If the big shell blows up, the explosion is expected to produce massive amounts of toxins.
Never heard anything about that.
Huh?
Well, looks like there's not much danger of that in any case. But the Central Core is starting to flood. It won't last much longer.
Well, what about the president and the other hostages?
They weren't in Shell 2. They must be in Shell 1.
We need to get the hostages out of here now.
It's too far from Manhattan for a swim.
What about the lifeboats?
There doesn't seem to be any. Doesn't make sense.
So a chopper is our only extraction?
Right. And it comes with a passenger limit. Intel has it that there are about 30 hostages.
It'd take more than a single trip.
We'll have to come back.
Can you pilot a chopper?
No, but I brought a gearhead with me. He's a good guy. I'll introduce you later.
Pliskin, I'm on the heliport right now, but I don't see their Harrier. It's out somewhere.
We better move now, then. Our chances with a Harrier after us are close to nothing.
Do you know where the president is?
No, that one's all yours.
The president is at the top of our rescue list. These are our orders, Lieutenant JG.
Your orders, not mine.
What?
See you later.
What's up, Jack?
Bueno, gente, hasta aquí el directo de hoy. Espero que les haya gustado.
Jack, I know you're probably doing fine, but don't get discouraged. Remember, Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin is with you too. You'll be all right. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't give me that. Every time you say nothing, it's always something. What's wrong?
It's just that, you know, you seem to think pretty highly of him.
Well...
Yeah, Pliskin's the kind of guy you can really depend on, isn't he?
What?
What?
Yeah, Pliskin is one heck of a man, isn't he? He's so cool, so confident.
Yeah.
But he's nowhere near as cool as you. You'll always be my number one. Always.
But that's not what I meant.
You know, you're kind of cute sometimes. Bye, Jack.
Ahora sí, gente. Espero que les haya gustado. Ya saben, suscríbanse si les gustó. Yo soy Aladino. Nos vemos en un próximo directo con más Metal Gear Solid 2. Sin más que decir, pasen una excelente noche y nos vemos quizás mañana. Descanse, gente, nos vemos. Adiós. Buenas noches.